Here's fine.
Okay.
Night.
Can we talk?
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. I've been waiting a while for this one because people were getting them early. Robo got them way early, and then the only place to get them was AliExpress, and they were way more than retail. But they finally came in from Big Bed Toy Store. Today we have David and Lucy from Cyberpunk EDGERUNNERS. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a close look at the box and we'll get this bad boy and girl open.
Remember that moon BD we did? That was fun.
Had something I wanted to talk to you about too.
Huh?
I know how it must look, but it's true. What I said then.
Taking a look at the boxes, you can see the names at the top. Lucy, David, Cyberpunk EDGERUNNERS at the bottom, and of course the figures are in the box. On this side, we get some stats. It's like a lineup shot. So we've got David and Lucy drawn like they are in the show, which is what these figures are based on. So the figures look like this too. On the back, we get some beautiful artwork from the anime, really nicely drawn and printed on there. It looks like a poster. Cyberpunk EDGERUNNERS on the side, top of the boxes, bottom of the boxes, and with all that being said, just another day in Night City, eh, Choom?
What I said then. It was actually the first time I told anyone.
Well, that's good. I like that. You know, the idea that you weren't lying.
What if I'm lying now?
And I guess JADA took so long to release these because they were really busy cooking, because dang, these are some nice anime figures. I know they're from Cyberpunk, but they're very anime, very stylized, and that's because Cyberpunk is that way. But they are great representations of these characters. The plastic feels good. The soft goods feel amazing. Lucy, the only soft goods is the jacket. Those shorts do look like they're soft goods, but they're sculpted on. And then the paint applications are all very clean. You can see their shoes have the greens and the grays for David and the pinks and the blacks for Lucy. Then coming up to the ankles, they got the accents all painted very nicely. Lucy's legs come up painted to her skin shade, and then the rest of her outfit. And David has those nicely stitched soft good pants, which sit really well. And his jacket is also, of course, soft goods, and it's got that symbol on the back. You can actually find that in 2090 or 2077 and wear it. I don't have it yet though. Of course, he's got his cross, which is unfortunately upside down right now. 2 belts, because 2 belts are better than 1. And Lucy's wearing that bodysuit. She's got her jacket and her belt. And the only problem I have is that my Romanki gun girl doesn't scale with them, because she should be smaller than both of them. But fortunately, JADA is making a Rebecca. And taking a look at the head sculpts, you can see Lucy's is great. The eyes are very cleanly painted. David's as well. He's got those stripes painted into his hair. So I guess it's a fade, you could say. And then she's got the multicolored hair and the anime expression, giant eyes, giant colorful eyes. And yeah, very, very cyberpunky, very anime. I love these figures. They both look fantastic. And I really hope that in Wave 2, like I said, we get Rebecca, which I'm pretty sure they showed a prototype for. And we need Atom Smasher. Somebody needs to make an Atom Smasher. As much as I hate that guy, we need a figure of Atom Smasher, because he just looks cool. Just like these guys. These guys look great. And I don't see any problems with the paint or the fabric or any loose ends or anything like that. So I have no issues whatsoever so far with these figures. They look fantastic. And I'm happy to finally have them. Although I need pre-orders to slow down now. Thank you. Checking out their height. Let's see here. David stands at about 6 1/4. Lucy stands at about 5 1/4. Going over articulation, we will start with David here, hopefully. Head goes forward very far. Actually, you know what? Let me get his jacket off, because then we can see all the details on his body. Because look, he's got those ports on his back. Uh-oh. How do you get this jacket off? There we go. Just comes off. No problems. Take his necklace off. Okay. There we go. So very nice base body from JADA. Head goes forward, backward, to the side because the neck is separate. So great rotation. Butterflies, also fantastic. Plastic feels great. Shoulders come up 90 degrees, go down, so he can do a T-pose. Bicep cut, double elbows, which don't quite go in all the way because David is kind of jacked. So it's completely understandable. Goes back that far. Back that far. Forward that far. Legs come up about that far to the side and back. He cannot quite. Actually, he can't. You just gotta press it. He can kick his own butt. We do have a thigh cut in there. We do have a boot cut right here, and we have rockers. So David can definitely get down and dirty like he's about to go swinging on some guy. And if you've seen Cyberpunk, you know how most of the characters in this show end up, and it's unfortunate. But still a cool character and a cool figure nonetheless. If I don't want to do any spoiler. I mean, if y'all haven't seen it. If we didn't collect characters that had been killed in shows or TV shows that we like or movies that we like, then we just wouldn't have any figures now, would we? And that's not always the case, but a lot of times it is. All right, checking out Lucy's articulation. Head goes forward and backward, side to side. Shoulders come up 90 degrees, no butterfly joint. We do have, where is the joint in here? A double elbow joint, which works beautifully when you can find it. Torso goes forward and backward, and then at the waist you add that. So you get that far. Legs come forward that far to the side. We do get a thigh cut. We do get a boot cut. Sorry, I lost the video. We get a thigh cut and a boot cut. And she has double knees, so she can kick her own butt. Speaking of butts, there's her butt. And yeah, she can also pose, just like David. Not as well as David, because she doesn't have butterfly joints and stuff, but you can still get her posed up and ready to help fight. So, not at all bothered by their articulation.
Seriously doubt it.
Why not?
Just don't see it.
Crazy.
Wish you'd said something earlier and spilled it right away.
I couldn't.
What stopped you?
You were so mad at me.
I was not.
Or two.
Wasn't pissed off or anything. It's just... Well, yeah, guess I kinda was.
So first up for accessories, we'll go over David's. Oops. Lucy, don't fall over. You're supposed to stay standing. You're supposed to be the final girl. There you go. All right. So for David, take a look at his back really quick before we put his jacket on, because that sculpt and the paint details are from his cybernetics are really nice. It comes all the way down too. Look, it's down there, and his looks like he got a tramp stamp, but that's part of his augments. And then he's got metal nipples and metal vents on his chest. But for his accessories, he's got his jacket, so we'll put that back on because he does like his jacket. In fact, he likes it so much he wears it without a shirt on, so that'll go to show you how much he likes his jacket. And a lot of other people like his jacket too, because like I said, you can wear that in Cyberpunk 2077 if you find it. And I actually found, and hopefully when JADA, I'm trying to get his, sorry, I guess I'm going to have to take his hand off. I'm going to have to take his hand off. What just flew out of there? Oh. Well, I'm glad I saw that, but he has a port that comes out of his arm, and that just kind of flew out, so be careful of that. Know that this is difficult for me. How do I get that back in there? You see that? You see it? I had to put that back in there, so be careful. Let me get his jacket on. So David's got his jacket It is wired. It does have the symbol on the back. It's in that highlighter yellow for like emergency services or, you know, just visibility. Then he comes with his little gold chain cross, which we'll put back on him really quick. And I wish that it was chain like on Jada's Guile and DJ. I don't know why they didn't include chain. I don't know how much more that would have marked up the price, but he's already $45, so you could have put a metal chain on him as well. I'll probably have to try to find one at some point. Then we get an alternate, oh my goodness, angry, smirking, fighting, gritting teeth head sculpt, which is also painted nicely with his poofy hair and his fade and all that stuff. So nicely done on that. David just knocked Lucy over because he decided he wanted to fall. Behave, David. We're going over your accessories. He also has pistol. Nothing too special here with the weaponry. 2 other hands, so we get another fist, and then we get a trigger hand for holding that pistol that I just showed you. So those are painted with gray. And then we get this, and this is what ports into that spot where that piece of skin came out, because the peg is right there, and that's one of his augments, I guess. And no, it is not, I guess. Pops out of his arm and shoots people. So that's cool, they included that. So that is David's accessories. For Lucy, first of all, we do get an alternate head sculpt, which I will probably put on and leave on because it's got some emotion. She's got her hair swirling, she's got her mouth open, kind of in excitement, kind of like, uh-oh, ¿qué va eso ni? I don't know. And then we have these, I believe they're, yes, bendable wire, her augment whip thingies, her weapon. So those are cool. I'll have to find out where those port in. I'm not quite sure where on her arm they go. But you can see they do have little ports at the end, and they are bendable, so that's really nice. Then she gets 4 alternate hands, one of which probably have to keep in her hand as well. Has her smoking a cigarette, but smoking is bad. I'm just saying, it's cool. It's a cool look for neo-noir, cyberpunk stuff. She gets 2 fists, sorry, 1 fist, and then 2 trigger hands, and they all have her tattoos on her palm, well, her augments on her palms as well. It's not a tattoo, but all of those are painted nicely. Lots of cool accessories. Oh, and she has one more thing. She has her tiny little pistol. So yeah, let me get them kitted up and ready for our comparison. And you just slide her sleeve up on her jacket, and there's the port right there to put these things. I don't know if it goes like a certain arm, goes for a certain one, but they just kind of port in there. I don't know, but that's how they do it.
See what I mean?
Okay, so maybe I was angry, but it ain't like I'm holding a grudge. Wouldn't have jumped that raging psycho if I was.
Liar.
I'm serious.
No, you would have. You're the guy who jumps into the fire to rescue someone. Anyone. Even when you know you're gonna get burned. Just that type.
First of all, here are our JADA Cyberpunk figures next to the Romanki Gun Girl. And like I said, she's too big. This Rebecca should be tiny, tiny. So although she looks amazing, she does not scale with these JADA Cyberpunk figures. So I'm going to have to wait for JADA to release their Rebecca, unfortunately. But also fortunately, because I really want a straight up one-to-one design from the show with a longer jacket that's closed and you know, her big shotgun, all that. Here they are with Fresh Monkey Fiction, Barbarian Santa, and Fresh Monkey Fiction / Furry Studios, Kilowog Werewolf, because I'm going to be using them for my Red Sonja video when she comes. Finally, I'm excited for that Big Hacks Red Sonja. She looks great. And then they've got that Frazetta Conan coming, so things are looking up for the Barbarian World in my collection. Here they are next to Action Force Pandora and Marvel Legends Hitatsuraze. And then lastly, for some more JADA, we've got Cammy, Guile, and Mega Man with our EDGERUNNERS. So yeah, I think that about does it.
Can you really afford distractions now?
I couldn't wait for you to come through the cupboard.
with all that being said, y'all, if you're a fan of Cyberpunk, if you're a fan of JADA toys, because you know they make some banger releases, you should totally grab these Cyberpunk figures. They are a little pricey, but the quality speaks for itself. You get some accessories, some cool soft goods, great representations of the characters. So yeah, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, check out the giveaways, comment, let me know if you have these figures, if you've seen the show, if you played the game, how your day is going. Just say hey. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.
Because I miss you.
David, come on! Can you hear me? I'm right here. It's me. It's Lucy. Please! David, come back to me! Come back!